Hello everybody and welcome back to more Factorio, not 15. It's been a week since I've played and they have made some changes. The devs have changed things in patches, balance patches. Blue Science, first of all, no longer requires one of these here assembly machines. They now require electric mining drills. So this whole line of assembly machines is gone. On the bright side, electric mining drills, if we take a look at the recipes, really easy plug and play. Assembly machines use 3 circuits, 5 wheels, and 9 plates. These guys use 3 circuits, 5 wheels, and 10 plates. So it's basically the same recipe, except a little more expensive for iron. So what we're going to do is get ourselves electric mining drills on the automation here, and pull all of these assembly machines off and stick them in like the assembly machine chest or something. Okay, so that's taken care of. We are chooching along with Blue Science again thanks to that change. I think they changed the recipe for gun turrets. If they didn't though, the thing is there is no way that 5 plants can sustain off of these belts. It's not possible. You have to feed another belt into this. Like if we were actually using, basically building these military science to ratio, and this is way above ratio by the way, but building military science to ratio is pointless, in my opinion. Because building science to ratio is always a question of is it pointful or not, because you're not always going to use it. Like you only use military science for military research. So do one military research, then do a non-military research, then do another military research. You don't have to build this to ratio. And it's especially apparent when we start talking about the equipment that you need to automate it. So this is fine, except that, you know, this is way too much ammo. The grenades are actually acceptable. It's a lot of coal, but we can make this work with a little bit of adjust. But these guys here, they use 20 iron plates each, and 10 iron gear wheels and 10 copper. So half belting this is not really going to cut it. Full belting this is not really going to cut it. We need like another belt basically here to properly feed the iron that we need in this, like a half belt at least. And I mean, we're talking about 5 of these. Oh shit, yeah, no. Yeah, no, basically we cannot supply these guys with the materials they need to run at full speed, at full ratio. So why bother, basically, right? Building this military stuff to ratio, what I've learned over the last week of just sort of off and onning what I'm doing is not worth it. Whatever, we have a lot of production here, so that's fine. I did want to really quickly correct our red circuits. Remember, I was building old ratios here. I was building 1:8, and I thought I cut this down to 1:6, but I guess I talked about cutting it down to 1:6. They changed. Yeah, so this produces 2 every half second. These produce every 6 seconds now instead of every 8 seconds. I have a cat meowing at me. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I have a cat meowing at me. So my idea was we just eliminate 1 set of these and bring it down to 6, and then we build our second circuit production facility above that, like right in here. We might get into that right away, especially if we're going to build roboports. We're going to want that going on. But what did I need to do? I think last time I finished up, I watched the very end of the last... Oh, excuse me, lunchtime. I watched the very end of the last video, and we got advanced oil processing up and running. So, if we have advanced oil processing, I don't actually even have access to the next science pack yet. That's nice. What do I need? Okay, we're doing mining productivity. The next mining productivity requires purple science. No. I can get to 7 on this, so I can get a lot more mining productivity like this. Where do I get the next pack? Is it here? So this gives me the high-tech science pack. I could probably start making speed modules. Looks like we're going to be bussing speed modules. Intriguing. Processing units, okay, I can get to work on those, but I need sulfuric acid. Batteries I can get to work on, but I need sulfuric acid. So it looks like sulfuric acid is a big bottleneck that we're facing over here. Alternatively, the other one is production pack, right? So it's probably somewhere along the lines of material processing or something, or automation. Not automation, here is the pack. Material processing here. Yes, advanced material processing 2, the electric furnace, and it needs electric furnaces. Assembly machine 1s. Didn't this need pump jacks? Okay, yeah, that's the other recipe they changed. They changed this to need Assembly machine 1s instead of pump jacks. An electric engine. Did I build that in when I built? I hope I accounted for that when I built my engine production facility here. Did I? It does not look like I did. Okay, so I have these shit ton of engines that I need for the science packs, and then I have electric engines, 6 of them going into robot frames. I might have to cut robot frames down a bit. And then I've got 2 going into chests, and those 2 going into chests were my personal ones. How many of these am I going to need for this freaking science pack? Technology, production science. Okay, so we get 2 production science packs per chooch. That's good. 1 electric engine unit every 14 seconds to get 2 science packs. I don't think we're building this to ratio. I would want 14 facilities to do that. And I need 1 every 14 seconds, and we get 1 every 10 seconds when we're going at full speed. So no, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's not happening. Sorry, bros. Sorry, bro Sidons. We can get this connected now, though. It's got everything it needs except for the circuits and the looby-loob. So let's bring the circuits in here, since I'm just looking at this and I'm staring at these engines and being like, why the fuck aren't they producing? Oh, I never finished the assembly line. Yeah, that's a thing. So let's come on over here. Come on over. And we're gonna want some of these here circuits to bring in. So we're just gonna paint in a line of circuits, a happy little line. It just lives right here. And maybe in our world, maybe in our world, we're gonna paint in a little line of lubricant coming up through here too. Maybe he's got a little friend, and it's just a line of lubricant. Alrighty, right, there we go, and let's connect this in, and there we got our circuits. Did I build the inserters? It looks like I did not build the inserters, so I'm also going to have to do that. So while we're at that, let's take a peek at the looby line. Where's the looby line gonna go? That's kind of shitty, ain't it? Can I cut it right across here? Where exactly is the oil relative to this? It's over here, but the lubricant is on the other side of it. And the lubricant is past all this. We could run the lubricant down, come up here, and then run through this direction and sort of cut through the middle of the ammo production facility and call it a day. Then move it right down the middle of this, and then just move it down where we need to. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that. In order to accomplish that, we are going to pick ourselves up some pipe. And some underground pipe. Fuck, I have to get close to it. Right, vanilla! I'm so not used to playing vanilla. I don't actually have a chest for these because, right, they're useless as shit. So let's just dump them into here and never finish using them, I suppose. I can't put them back, can I? Oh, I can. I didn't think you could put things back in the output feed. Well, that's intriguing. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I could always put them in the next science pack facility because they do need them for that. So, Mr. Looby Loob, let's start you running. I am going to have you connect how? No, we're going to use a regular pipe for this. Because we're going to run you up like this, and then we are going to run you under the ground. Oh, because I'm not friggin' close enough to it, that's why. I'm like, how come the autoplace didn't work? I'm not freaking close enough. Yeah, so you're going to want to go here, and then we are going... Oh, yeah, this is going to be a problem, ain't it? This is not actually where we want this to be. We want it to be here. My bad. Well, let's correct that and move it all up over here, and then we will fix this up. Do that, and then we need a pipe here. Good, and then we have to take apart this line. Is this going to interfere with anything that we need to run for the robot frames? No, it's not, because the robot frames go as of A. Yeah, you know what? You can just connect into there. You don't need to wait. Yeah, let's do this and this here. That's a tight fit, but that's okie dokie, and we'll do that there. Now, we run right through the middle of the facilities, and I don't have a double gap between them or anything like that, so I do need to move this line slightly. Where do we want to move it to facilitate this? I think maybe we move it right here. Or do we move it down? It basically has to run right through the middle of this facility, one way or the other. There is no ifs, ands, or butsy buts about that. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. Well, what we could do is like run here, and then we could put it here, and then here, and then we're back to capacity over here. Works for me, and then I guess we're just running lube out in the open. Lube in the open. We need to get past this copper and iron patch, which is, or not iron, uranium, which is getting close. One more? That might be too much. Actually, that's not bad. That ain't bad at all. We could have done better, though. It wasn't bad, but we could have done better. The other option, if I had bots going on, I could barrel up the lube and ship the lube down using bots, but, you know, we're just going to pipe it for now because that's the technology we have access to, and I don't want to stick this shit on a belt. That seems colossally silly to me at the moment, sticking this on a belt. So let's run the lube in here and do some of this. You're too far out. Fascinating. Well, then we're just going to, you know, doctor this a little bit. Do that. Lubricant! Excellent. The KY lubricated body jelly is moving down the line. Hey guys, I brought the lube. It is petroleum based, sorry. You better make sure that your latex doesn't melt. But other than that, everything should be good to go. And we'll underground that, and there we are. Did we connect everything, or did we not quite finish the connection? I think we connected everything. We did connect everything. Oh no, we don't have it running then, because we need some inserters still to make this work. Well, tell you what, let's get us some inserters then. Come on. Lame. And now it's running! Alright, we've got electric engine units going now, guys. We do need those for one of our sciences, so this was not a useless endeavor. This was not on goal. This was a useful and pointful and very good endeavor for us. I kind of want to go and kill some biters because they're not going to expand, and that's always good. I have shit tons of gun turrets, though, and shit tons of ammo. I mean, we could probably take them if they did want to expand. So, engine units are now up and running, electric engine units. Mining productivity 4 is about to finish. I kind of want to do another one, but it's going to take too long to do that. I think it's more important to us that we start working towards some of these techs, either Advanced Electronics 2 so that we can get our high-tech science packs, or Advanced Material Processing so we can get production science packs. Oh man, I really don't like the look of those production science packs. It's a lot better than having to build a pump jack, though. I just hate that electric engine unit. It feels like we have to mass fucking produce engine units, and engine units are slow and stupid to produce. It takes so much land to produce engines. You have to build a giant fucking factory to produce this many engines. But I mean, I like engines. I do enjoy them. They are one of my favorite production chains, going through the engines and the electric engines and up to the bot frames and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. Let's do Advanced Electronics 2. I think we're working towards this. So let's work towards sulfur, I think, is what our next goal is going to be here. Because we need sulfur and sulfuric acid more specifically. What does our thing look like here? So I don't know how many production facilities I can run with 8 refineries. I know what I usually build, and what I build is way more than what 5 refineries can actually provide stuff for, but I don't know what 8 can handle yet, so we're going to have to experiment a little bit with that. We have copper and iron coming in here, so honestly, I think we build our sulfuric production chain right down here. How many chemical plants do I have? I have 1 chem plant, and I'm not mass producing them. I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll build 6 more just for safety's sake, and we'll see if that's going to cover what I want it to do. It is going to take me a little bit of time to build these chem plants, because chem plants don't build super duper fast. Oh, you know what? I also can run lubricant over for Blue Belt. No, 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 no. Not doing it yet. We don't even have the tech for it yet. Not worth going into that. And that's way too many gears as well. Like, we are just eating all of the gears that we have. Like, we're not going to be able to produce enough if everything was working at full capacity. Like, the bus is not ideal for the throughput that we need. Like I was saying, it's really better if we had enough production chains here that we could actually just take an entire belt off and send the entire belt in, instead of doing these splitter things. So maybe next factory, like maybe next serious factory, not like little learning factory like this, what we're gonna do is build 6 or 8 iron lines, and we are just going to literally pull the entire belt off and go into the gear wheel production stuff, because I can see we need crap tons of gear wheels, like absolute crap tons. I might even need 2 blue belts of gear wheels when all is said and done, with the amount of gear wheels you need now. So this is sort of an old bus design, and I can see it's not going to handle the throughput that you need for the new not 15 factories. Yeah, we can't even provide 2 lanes of red circuits, and I have 2 lanes just because they look pretty next to the 2 lanes of greens. And I haven't even expanded the green circuits by another thing yet. Holy crap! My goodness, my great googly moogly. The chemical plants are done now, so how do I build these is the questione. I am going to need water for this, and I can just bring water in from here, I suppose. We just build this over one and then underground that, and all is well in the world. And we can bring our other shit in from here. No, this isn't going to line up perfectly if we do that. We are going to need a backplane for the water here. Yeah, so this is going to have to come out a little bit because we do need a backplane for this water. So I'm going to bring it out to like here. Is that correct? That, if we put it there, then this facility can connect like that, and this facility can connect like that. So they both have a connection point on each of these guys. And then we need 2 more facilities over here, but they both need to have access to both of their backs. So they need to connect thusly, I believe. Either that or they need to go further forward. Is this the correct setup for this shit? And this is way more sulfur than we have petroleum to produce, I think. This is definitely way more sulfur and plastic than you have petroleum to produce in the old version when you had 5 refineries producing. But I'm pretty sure we are just going to demolish all of this petroleum in no time. On the bright side, sulfuric acid you never used to use in superabundance, and we're going to have to see how much we use now. So the question is, what do we want to backplane here? Do we want to back... Oh, how close can we get to this? We can actually get that. Whoops. I meant to hit Q. I'm used to other games right now. Holy shit, we can do it! You know what? No, we're not going to backplane water. We are going to backplane petroleum, but I need more underground. Jesus, these undergrounds, I just use them like madness, don't I? I guess chemical plants, do they actually require... No, they require regular pipes. No undergroundies required for that. Okay, so we just use them connecting up the lubricant is all that amounted to. Well, you know what then? Why don't we take the limiter off a little bit, and we'll go up to 2 stacks of these good guys. Make it a little bit easier to pick them up, because they do take a while to produce when you don't have pipes available. So if you pull a lot of pipes for other things as well, then you kind of lose out on that stuff. Not needing pump jacks for a little while is going to be good, I suppose. That's a plus side, you know. Never considered that. Yeah, this is way too much stuff. Actually, we could... That'd be right underneath the water, then. No, that's not going to work. I'm just going to set it up like this. We could push these up a lot further. They don't have to be here. I like the symmetry of it though. See this facility, all I need to do is have an inserter, direct insert into this, so I could push it up a lot further. I could push these three together, actually. And if I push them together, then I could get this over. Yeah, you know what, let's try that. What's the symmetry look like if we do that? If we stick these good guys together, and we do that, then we hook petroleum directly into this, so we don't need a backplane. Water, we can't actually do anything neat and tidy with the water then. We would need one backplane if we did that, and I don't want to do that because they take up a ton of space. So let's do this just like this. So what we are going to do is run petroleum over like this, and we are going to, well, we have to run it further. I have to run it to here. And we're going to connect petroleum in like that, and downy down like that. I need to get water through as well, so the water is going to have to go underneath. How is the water going to connect? Probably like that, and then like that, and then like that. Hello, water, my old friend. Go there. Connect, 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 and one more connect, and we have water. Good. Petroleum, you're good to go. We're sort of using this petroleum output line as a backplane. See? It's awesome. And you are good enough already. You just need a connection there. All right, so we got the petroleum, we got the water. We're actually in good shape here. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. Do we have a large line anywhere nearby? Where the fuck is our nearest large? It's over here? Really? Why? Huh? Okay, well, we're building a large line here so that we can build a large line down here so that I can proceed to put medium poles in between all of these facilities. Actually, hold on. Are we going to be good for the copper production here? Oh, it would be good if these guys were out one more, wouldn't it? I don't know. I will evaluate when we get the chance, because we do need to run iron, sorry, not copper, iron into this as well. And water. Yeah, shit. Okay. No, we got to correct this situation a little bit. We weren't thinking very far ahead, is what the problem was. And now we've got that taken care of. Let's unlock these science packs so that I can see them in the research. So we do need to get water into here, and I'm not going to be able to get water through here without that backplane going on. So that's a problem, oh, ain't it? How do we solve that problem? Well, you don't have to be nice and neat like this. You could be out further, for example. And then we can run water in and run it from this. Okay, this is actually nowhere near the setup that I would usually have done. This is not ideal by any stretch. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm going to correct this, and I will be back. Okay, I have decided that we are going to need to do Mr. Backplane on water, but not right here. I fucked that up. Yeah, it goes on the outer ones like this. There we go. So we've got a much tighter formation here. Because we're making a much tighter formation, we can't run the water directly over here. So we are going to run a pipe straight through here, and it's just going to come straight off into these guys. So we're connected here, we are connected here, we are connected here, we're connected not... Yeah, we're connected here, that's fine. We're not connected here, we are connected here, we are connected here, and we are connected here. Very good. So everything has a functional water connection once I connect this up. And then we need a petroleum connection for everything, and that petroleum connection is exactly like we had before. We connect off of these guys like so. He's already connected and deconnects like this. And then we run into the water the exact same way we did before, except we do something along these lines. And this is where it needs to be, so I will actually do another underground, because why not? And there we go. We have water, we have petroleum, everything is good in the world. Unfortunately, we're going to have to split the iron out in either direction, but sulfuric acid is a fluid anyway, so we'll see how that's going to work. I don't want to tank sulfuric acid. I think I'm going to build a tank for sulfuric acid. I would rather barrel it up, but I don't want to build the logistics to move barrels around at the moment, so I think we are going to tank sulfuric acid for now, with the long-term objective of getting rid of the tanks of sulfuric acid, because nobody should tank fluid if possible. And you're going to have to build something down here to make this work. And you know what? Let's just fully go out on this, and we'll build power up here as well, because we can. And you can connect all of your facilities like so, and then we want some lights in this place, and unfortunately, because it's so tight, it's much harder to build the lights that we are used to building here. Let's build another one right there, and that's all the lights that I have on me, but that should be sufficient to get the job done. And now we are going to want to put sulfuric into this, so these guys are connected, and this is going to connect like this, and you're going to connect like so, and you're going to connect like so. And we are going to be making a crap ton of sulfuric acid, and like we're just going to demolish our petroleum entirely. Now, is this still the correct ratio? Let's double check this. 50 sulfuric acid every 1 second, requiring 5 sulfur. So 5 sulfur every 1 second is what we need for this. Sulfuric produces 2 sulfur every 1 second, so 5 sulfuric plants. You know what? 5 sulfur every 1 second. These produce 2 sulfur every 1 second. So 5 plants could run 1 thing. So 5 plants can run 2 things because they could create 2. Yes, this is still the correct ratio for sulfuric acid if you want to max production on it. But once again, we cannot afford max production. I am just doing this because, you know, what the fuck ever, basically. So for you guys, I am going to build... What am I going to build? Should I just tee it out? I think maybe we'll just tee it out. Do you guys need to keep coming through here? Yes, I need you to come through here still because I need battery production. Although I could pull the batteries off. Batteries are probably going to get produced over here, right? So I could probably just do something like this. Let's drop a... Well, let's put our belts up first. It would be nice to just tee this out, wouldn't it? It would. It really would. We have blue, and this gets substations. Yeah, let's do substations. Why not? I like substations. Do you like substations? If you don't like substations, you probably should. Let's just do this. Is it efficient? No, it is not efficient. Is there any way I can move these facilities over? Yes, actually. If I change their position slightly and moved them, like, down, I could technically move them over and use, like, a chest in between. Don't care! No, we're going to do this. I'm not going to overanalyze this shit. Let's just make something here work. And for once, we are going to end the line by doing this. They don't need the copper here. I will need it for batteries. So that's fine. And we are just going to suck this stuff up using an inserter. There we go. We're making sulfuric acid. I think we're going to bottle our sulfuric acid just for a little while. Do as I do, not as I say. Do not build storage tanks for your sulfuric acid, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a good idea. But remember, there are no mistakes in this world. This is our happy little world, and we can do whatever the hell we want in it. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. No mistake. No mistake. Just happy little accidents. And we built a happy little storage tank here that's going to fill up with happy little sulfuric acid that's not being used because it's in storage. Do not bottle your sulfuric acid. I don't recommend it. However, if you choose to do it in your world, so be it. I'm going to do it for now just so that I get stuff chooching along, and we will correct that in the future if we so desire. Yeah, we're doing good on this. We're going to start seeing the petroleum go down, 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 down now, though. Because this is... Until we fill this tank, this is just way too much that we're using. Although we're not actually producing any plastic, so that should hold out. Okay, so the last thing that we need in order to do batteries is a couple of battery production facilities. And you're right here. We have the iron, we have the copper, we have the sulfuric acid. So let's just build like 4 chemical plants here and connect that. I'll be back once all the production for this is done. And I think here it is. Let's connect this stuff up just like this. And then you are going to want to connect something like this to here. And you're going to need to connect up like that. Let's run this sulfuric in. I can change the position of all this, of course, as I feel I need to. But as it stands, this is a good start. We got sulfuric coming in. We are going to want a belt coming in on either side of this. Well, honestly, I'm just going to move it in. We don't have to load the solids in through the back. That is something people often kind of misjudge about chemical plants. You don't have to run the solids in the back. The solids can go in or out from any size, just like they can with anything. But I think we're going to do this, and we'll just do an underground like this, a happy underground belt, just like that. And let's start splitting. This should not take a lot of this material. And we'll split here as well, and happy line up here like that, happy line up here like that. That's going to take care of all of the item materials that this is going to require. And then all we're going to need is outputs. So I think we are good to go here. Let's power this all up. I mean, we don't have inserters on it yet, so it's not going to function, but let's power this up and get things going, shall we? And how do I want to run the belt coming out? Run it up right next to the wall. No, the plastics cut out, don't they? They don't even get onto the bus. I don't know yet. We will decide how we want to run this up. For now, I am going to run it north or south. For now, I'm going to run it upwards towards where the plastic line is. And we will decide how we want these to go in the future, but we will put this down for here. Yeah, so middle. You can't go in the middle? You can totally go in the middle. Why can't you? Oh, because you got a pipe in the middle. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we're going to change this a little bit. I'm going to need to put belts up a little smidgen higher. Just to right here and here. So these guys are all loaded up. These guys are chooching. They're producing batteries. Everything is good in the world. We'll output our batteries to either side of this belt, and we have 4 production facilities creating batteries for us. And we are at the point where we could make laser turrets if we wanted, not flame inverters, laser turrets if we wanted laser turrets for defense. You know, way later than I would normally do this. In a world where, you know, we're actually being threatened by biters. Okay, so we have in this episode finished off sulfur and battery production. So we have built a sulfur and battery production chain. We are bottling up our sulfur, which I do not recommend. We are still getting petroleum, so you know that's a thing. We have crude. God damn it, get me out of here. There we go. Ooh, we want to cut this down too. We want to cut this down. Maybe we'll do that in between episodes. We're gonna make this 1 to 6 instead of 1 to 8, and maybe double produce it, and then maybe expand this. I don't know. Up here, we have finished the line to produce the electric engines. However, we realize that our ratios are fucked up now because the production pack, production pack requires a crap ton of that stuff. So, how close are we to these science packs now? We have electric engines. We can do assembly machines. We need electric furnaces, which I have the ability to automate. That steel advanced circuits and bricks. I need to do something to get bricks onto the line to make that work, but we can make it happen. What else do we need? We got batteries. I need to make speed modules and processing units at that rate as well. Well, we have the sulfuric acid now, makes processing units possible. That is going to require massive circuit expansion though. So I think you've seen it happen. I think off camera what I might do is cut this down and double up the advanced circuits and then double up the green circuits here, and then evaluate what our bus throughput is and see if we can actually handle the stuff that we're currently doing. I'll see you guys then.